So this video is a kind of a show and tell video for the gentleman that I bought this car from, Mr. Jerry, but any and all of you are welcome to watch. This is a 1997 Town Car Signature Series in black with black interior. I've owned many town cars, and for me, finding this one was the coup de grace of town cars because I love black on black. I love the last year of this body style, and I like a Signature Series with a factory sunroof, and this car is all of that. So you're welcome to watch and listen and check it out. My beautiful car that I've been working on for about 6 months now, ever since I bought it from Jerry. But a lot of my commentary here is me showing Jerry things that I've done to this car as I promised I would after I was finished. So take a look and check it out. So let's see, Jerry, we're gonna start here with the wheels. You'll notice that these are the same wheels that you had on the car. However, I sold those wheels as a set and purchased these from the same place. It's the same wheel with a slightly different center cap than you had. I just like that look a little better. So brand new chrome wheels on the car with brand new Continental pencil white wall tires. The Michelins you had on the car were very nice, but they were about 10 years old, and I didn't want to drive on the 10-year-old tires. So those are all new. Replaced these side marker lights with real nice ones from a car from Georgia that I sourced and found. These are a lot nicer and cleaner than the original ones that were in the car. And for those of you that don't know, if you buy these aftermarket, you won't get this Lincoln emblem on here. So I did not want to sacrifice the emblem, so I purchased these used from another car to keep and maintain the original integrity of the car. The headlights are brand new. These are aftermarket, but I don't care because there's nothing that says Lincoln on them, and they look nice and they're clean and new. I replaced the grille on this car because there were a couple chunks out of the grille here, a couple fins missing, so that's a real nice grille assembly with the new ornament that came from the same car from Georgia. I tinted all the windows on the car, Jerry. I like window tint, and I just like how it looks. So this is 15% on the sides and 35% on the front windshield. The top on this car is in beautiful condition. I didn't have to do anything with the top. I love the silver bar through the middle here with the fake opera light, but it's very cool. And I really love the old school Lincoln emblem that's on this top with the newer emblem on the back. Back here in the back, replaced this tail light with another original tail light to maintain the emblem. It had a chip out of it. And then this center light bar, for those of you that may not know, I was educated by Mr. Michael Dean in Texas. He's a big seller on eBay. I believe his name is Dean's OEM Finds. I bought a couple of things for this car from him, and he educated me that in 1997, Lincoln stopped lighting up this center light bar. So with his assistance, I bought a replacement bar because the original one had some chips in it, and the harness to make it light up. So let me show you that. It looks much cooler at night, but there it is. So originally it would just be the two outside taillights that lit up, but in this case, by changing this in a simple harness, now 3 lights here and 3 lights there. So the entire back is illuminated at night, and I just think it's very sexy and adds to the elegance of this car. So I was very, very excited to do that and make that change. I also bought a new keypad from Mr. Dean, used but very nice condition keypad, so replaced that. Painted this side mirror, Jerry. Jerry had replaced this mirror, but it didn't have any paint on it, so I had that painted. Had a extensive touch-up done on the entire car. Had all the door dents and dents in the hood and down the sides, had all of those removed. Also had a body shop adjust the hood so that it's nice and tight now and doesn't vibrate or wobble when you're driving on the freeway. Show you the trunk. So in the trunk here, replaced the trunk seal. And for those of you with older cars or town cars, this was a Amazon find. This was like $39 on Amazon, and it's a real nice, soft, molded trunk seal that literally just pressed right on there. I had the body shop do it and install it because it had to be cut to length, but it's like 18 feet long. You get the whole trunk seal. It's like $39, and there you go. So seems like it would work on many cars. This is a beautiful trunk mat with the Lincoln emblem that I bought to go with the floor mats. I'm going to show you inside the car. This is from Lloyd's Mats. They're very nice, very well known. I think the website is lloydsmatsstore.com. Real nice thick carpet with a nice vinyl bound edge. So they have logos for many manufacturers that you can choose from to personalize your mats. So with all of that said, let's see. Check this out, Jerry. The window works. The way the driver's side power window didn't work on this car when I bought it from Jerry, and Jerry, I'll tell you, the mechanic said he'd never seen anybody glue it shut, but he got the glue off and put the motor in, and all is well. I brought this with me to kind of show you everything else I did here. The window motor and the serpentine belt, air filter, fuel filter, oil change, wiper blades, front brakes and rotors. That ABS pump I had asked you about, bought that used from the same guy I bought the grill from out of Georgia. Flush the brake system, front sway bar links, the idler arm, transmission pan and gasket and fluid, put a new battery, the headlights I told you about. What else? All the lighting stuff. The horns, I'm excited to show you here in a second. The key thing on the outside. Recharged the AC system and checked it for leaks. Replaced all the exhaust hangers. Fixed the back door things, I'll show you. Replaced the rear shocks. Repaired some leaking transmission lines. So that was about $3,200, but very well worth it because I love the car. So here's the mats in the car. These Lloyd mats are so nice, and the emblem is beautiful on there. It's kind of big, but I like it. Very, very nice. Has the hook to hook it into the floor, and the emblems on all of them in the front and the back. So the seat, Jerry. When I bought the car from Jerry, it had a tear in the seat right here that he had sewn back together, and it wasn't bad, but I told Jerry that I would replace all of this leather, and I have. So check it out. The entire face of this seat, all of this is new leather. This is new vinyl on the sides, and also did new leather here on the upper. I stopped here at the this piece because I didn't want to lose the original emblem, and this is still in good shape, but all of this is new. That was done by Jim's Trim Shop here in Columbus, if you're in Columbus. Also had Jim's replace the fabric on these A-pillars. They did a beautiful job. This is all new material. These were deteriorating down at the bottom from the sun, which I'm hoping my tinted windows will help preserve the interior of this car. There's the other one. And then steering wheel leather. Jerry had a steering wheel cover over the factory leather, and it was just kind of grimy and gunky and gooey. So took off the cover, and I had Tritex. They are also here in Columbus, but for any of you that would be interested, you could send your steering wheel to them and they could do this for you. They took the steering wheel off the car, took the airbag out, and they completely cut off the factory leather. They added some foam underneath so it's a little bit thicker than the factory, and then they did all new leather on this steering wheel with a diamond stitch pattern that is just magnificent. And even right here where you can't stitch it, this is all glued down and just perfect. I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is better than it probably was when it was new. It's this is just magnificent. It wasn't cheap, but I figured I have to look at this when I drive the car, so I'm going to do it. So there's that. The horns, I did not like the Lincoln original horn. It sounds like a Honda Civic. So this is a 4-note horn set from an older GM car, which I remember from my childhood, the sound of these. So I found these on eBay and had the mechanic wire them to the car. So this horn now sounds like the Boss that this car is, and this car appears to be when it pulls up somewhere. So here it is. It makes me giggle. Isn't that fantastic? It just says, "Get out of my way." Jerry, I also replaced all the doors, all the speakers in the entire car. I wanted to maintain the original radio, so I had the car audio shop add a Bluetooth interface, so I actually have Bluetooth audio capability to play music from my phone straight through the car, and it comes out the speakers, which I think is very cool because obviously the car's old, but I still have Bluetooth audio functionality. So that's steering wheel, seat, mats, A-pillars, all of that. In the back, nothing really to tell, but I glued these, had these glued shut because these doors just were cheap and terrible even when these cars were new. So had those glued shut so that they can't be used. There's the rear mats from Lloyd's. Back seat of this car was very nice. I've conditioned all the leather several times. This switch, remember, Jerry? It was down on the door. Got that back to where it's supposed to be and fixed. So I think that's everything. There's probably something I'm forgetting, but there was a chip in the windshield. I had that chip repaired before I did the window tint. The horn and the light bar in the back are probably my two favorite improvements that I did to this car. It just needs that kind of horn, and I think the light bar is just so sexy in the back when it's nighttime and a black car sitting there running with parking lights on and those lamps all illuminated across the back. So I think I've covered it all. It's been quite a project, but I've enjoyed putting it together. I like the vision of seeing something come together. Oh, the keys. I forgot the keys. I'll show you the keys. So the finding these key blanks was almost impossible, but I was able to find these blanks, which is what this car calls for, and had the Lincoln dealer cut them. Bought this nice little Lincoln keychain off eBay for like 10 bucks. And these are Ford remotes, but these work wonderfully with this car. with the memory even. This car has memory because it's a signature, and if you buy these remotes with the memory recall, it works to put the seat into the position. So, I mean, it works out trunk, everything. And these were incredibly cheap on eBay, and they're a lot nicer and they hold up better than the original remotes that this car came with. Were always a problem, and the bottoms broke and everything else. So I'm perfectly fine with this remote. So yeah, so 2 new sets of keys and a nearly restored car. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Again, feel free to reach out to me with any questions if you want any referrals of some of the things I mentioned during this video. But she's a beauty. I'm gonna keep her and start driving her now until the winter time anyway. And for me, this car is more exciting than some $50,000-$80,000 car. It's more special, and it's more classic and iconic, and gets asked about everywhere it goes. Even the touch-up shop that I took it to have the paint touched up, the lady that owns the shop, she said that every person that came was asking about it and had a story to tell. So anyway, that's my beautiful all black town car, and thanks for anybody that has endured to watch this, and have a great day.